I mean, look at that. That is so cool. Look at that. Look at him. He's dropping the beat. There's me in the background. I'm like, yo, it's high noon. Let's go. High noon's popped. And let's slow this down so we can see it happen. He just gets this beat off just in time. It's so clutch. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, it's high noon. It's high noon. Oh, that is clutch as hell. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa, and this is going to be about the new machine gun McCree. Is he super OP? Is he super strong? What's going on? Well, I like to play a bit of McCree, and this is a replay taken from a competitive match that I played on Spitfire, and as you can see, we're doing a little bit of work here with McCree. But what we're going to do in this video is discuss, let's pause actually, because this is a moment where I really should have killed this Genji if memory serves me right. I should have just like absolutely butchered him, because I think he whips his blade out. So let's slow this down and take a look at it. All right, so he's got mercy, whatever. He deflects. I fire into his deflect. Maybe not the best plan. Then I stop firing. Then I've got my mercy. All right, so it's fairly even. All right, so I'm going to shoot. I missed. Okay, whatever. Fire again. I hit the wall. That's actually a feels bad moment, but there you go. All right, what am I going to do to this Genji? So I'm reload. I throw out a cheeky flash. Does hit the Genji. Genji drops from the sky. Woo! Did get him. I did shoot him there. I'm not sure if that was a headshot, but all right, I did land the hit. Next shot, that's a miss. He whips out his blade. Oh dear, I've got to reload. My Winston does come in though. This is actually huge. And I've just reloaded. Got slashed. Tried to shoot him, then I get slashed and I die. Okay, whatever, unlucky. All right, let's speed this back up to normal speed. Okay, so the point of this video is we're going to look at McCree. I have played a bunch of games with him so far on the on the live servers. This is live. And this has been in a competitive environment. I want to say straight away, he still suffers with the same old McCree issues that he suffered from before. That is, he's not very survivable. That is, let's just jump on board with me. He's not very survivable when he gets dove upon. Also, he still does struggle a little bit with barriers. The thing is, though, he is more effective against barriers because of his increased fire rate. So, generally what you do is, as you can see me doing this here, like I'm using alternate fire to spam through the barriers, rolling and then doing it again. But when it's at like a certain range, you're going to have to rely on primary fire, just because you need to, well, hit the barrier, okay? Now you fire faster. Like I said, it's 25% extra shots. So that's 25% more damage to a barrier, if you look at it that way. Or I'm now doing 25% more damage to this Roadhog as I'm just firing at him. Yeah, sure, you've got to land the hits. If you don't land the hits, you're not going to get the results. But the big issue with this McCree, I think, is the comparison to Hanzo. If you guys remember when Hanzo was introduced into the game, it was a... well, not Hanzo introduced into the game, but the Storm Arrow version of Hanzo. It was a bit like, surely this is going to get changed, and it kind of didn't. Storm Hanzo Arrow, Hanzo with a Storm Arrow is actually really, really good, because what he can do is burn barriers down. But what Blizzard have basically done is given McCree a similar ability. It's not the same, don't get me wrong. Storm Arrow does more damage to a barrier than McCree will do, but McCree is constantly firing, and I can feel the way I'm approaching McCree, it has changed from this buff, because it was more, I want to say, methodical. It was more like, I'm going to take my time, I'm going to select my targets, I'm going to go fire, 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 fire. Now, though, it's like, I'm just going to aim at head height, and I'm going to spam, and that's why it feels like McCree, like Hanzo. Because Hanzo, I mean, look at those kills I just picked up there. Can you honestly say those kills were skill shots, were like perfectly placed shots? All right, okay, they landed on the heroes, they killed them, but all I was doing is playing the percentages, is basically playing the Hanzo game, where I know that's where the enemy is, so all I'm going to do is fire at them. So I guess we can just go back, because we're actually in the replay system. So if we jump back here, and then we yeah, okay, so it looks like I'm just about to kill the well, I've just killed the Reaper. So if we get rid of the overlay and then we play this, watch this. So I throw a flashbang in, okay, shoot the Roadhog in the back, keep firing, missed, shot the Genji, keep firing. Okay, I am just spamming at targets, which you could argue is, okay, what you should be doing, right? Whatever. You should be trying to fire at targets to kill them. But it was just a little bit too kind of brain deady and a bit easy. Too kind of McCree Storm Arrows, that's the thing. And I'm not sure if this is a problem, because I think what's happening is this is combining... Let's go forward, because we... Okay, assemble your heroes, defense... Where was I? I was on F10. Oh, we've not come out of the gate yet. Let's jump forward. Oh yeah, and by the way, the hotkey binding is a bit broke at the moment. Like I've been trying to bind my hotkeys to different things for the spectator tool, and it isn't working, which is a bit frustrating. All right, anyway, so yeah, the issue I've got is this a bit too Hanzo, where we are literally just looking at playing like firing, spamming through chokes because we fire so fast now. I mean, okay, you still have to aim, and it is still more difficult to land shots with McCree than it is with Hanzo. So when you directly compare both heroes, which is probably what I'm going to call this video, because I think that this is the way we're going, the Hanzo versus McCree, you know, who is better, Machine Gun McCree or Storm Arrow Hanzo? It's still difficult. Hanzo is still strong in certain environments. McCree is stronger than he was before. Maybe a little bit too much. If you're a really good McCree player, you're going to be super good. And the thing we need to work out is this going to translate into McCree being able to wipe out barriers? So let's just run through what I'm doing here. So I'm in a range here where I don't want to use Fan the Hammer, and I kind of want to, yeah, like just use my primary fire on that Reinhardt as he's running through, because that's going to give me decent enough damage. I can keep spamming it through, and I am doing more damage. This is the key thing you've got to remember. There is 25% more shots going through now, so it is more damage against the barrier. You are more effective against the barrier. You're still not deleting the barrier instantly, obviously. And of course, you should really work on your target priority and target selection if you're a McCree player. I always go on about that and overanalyze this. It would have been pointless me spamming the Reinhardt there when Anna was so open, so I just took the shots on Anna. You can see them diving on top of me here, and I am managing to get a lot of work done, although I do have a Mercy Pocket in me here, so that kind of did give me the extra boost to get that done. But that just shows you how deadly this McCree is. But again, I could have been instantly killed there by the Hanzo if he landed an arrow on me. So you've still got that, you know, that issue with Hanzo where he's just going to delete you. McCree is never just going to instantly delete you. He's going to have to shoot you in the head, then shoot you again, unless he's damage boosted, right? Then he's going to have to land that big headshot. And even then, it's only going to take out certain heroes. That's the difference, right? If we pause this, in fact, let's go back on. If we pause, let's say now, and if we then just imagine Hanzo is on the low ground and he fires a random arrow at me and it hits me and kills me, well, I'm out of the game now. That's it. Hanzo is always going to do that. McCree, he's never really going to do that. But you've got all these other options now, it seems, with McCree, from this very minor buff, which actually translates into an incredible buff. When you think of heroes like Pharah, I think this McCree is just going to be super strong against that, because he can just target her and he can just burn her down. Like, it feels like what we've got is a hybrid soldier old McCree with a little dash of Hanzo thrown in. Now, we know Blizzard changed the hero because they wanted to see more usage, and McCree doesn't necessarily do the best at higher levels of the game. Now, there is the whole argument to be had, should Blizzard be balancing for the high level of the game? Should they be balancing going like, oh, we need to see more McCree, so let's bring him in the game a bit? Because I think McCree was kind of okay. The issue with McCree is he suffers if the enemy team really do stuff to just shut him down. Like, if you take an anti-McCree comp, so you dive the McCree, well, what's McCree going to do? I mean, let's just watch this section play out here. So what's going on here is I'm taking the high ground. The reason why I'm doing this is because I've got Deadeye. So I want to use Deadeye when the enemy team hard commit. You can see we've got a bunch of ultimates on our team, on the enemy team, sorry. I think I was suspecting they probably had, like, Lucio's sound barrier, but that would have been it. I wouldn't have really been keeping up with the other ultimates because I'm just in my DPS mode. So I'm taking the high ground here, and all I'm thinking is, right, pepper them from range with McCree, because he's still, you know, he's still, like, I mean, look at that. You know, I landed 2 shots there on that Genji. It's took him below half health. He's basically screwed now. He's got to back out. I got greedy and fired a couple of extra shots at him, even though he was deflecting, which didn't really help me. But then I go for the high noon. So the thing I'm trying to do here is kill the enemy, obviously, with high noon. Didn't work because they actually got their sound barrier off, which is super clutch. And I think, actually, I can probably show that. So if we jump back 20 seconds and then we play this, I think we can show this. In fact, I know we can show this. I'm pretty sure their Lucio gets an absolutely clutch sound barrier off. Let's follow him. There it is. Hang on. I say that. No, that. Hang on. Yeah. I was like, what's going on? But yeah, look, he's literally about to drop the beat. I mean, look at that. That is so cool. Look at that. Look at him. He's dropping the beat. There's me in the background. I'm like, yo, it's high noon. Let's go. High noon's popped. And let's slow this down so we can see it happen. He just gets this beat off just in time. It's so clutch. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, it's high noon. It's high noon. Oh, that is clutch as hell. That is actually mega clutch. What the hell? But then our Diva Bomb comes in. And it's good night, Vienna, for the rest of their team. All right, so what was that, Torb? So well played, Diva. Well played. All right, let's go back on board with me. Okay, hang on. Hang on. I'm having a total... There we go. Got it. We got it in the end. All right, let's speed this back up. Okay, so it's because I'm used to all the hotkeys I had set up on the PTR before this came to live, but it won't let me change my hotkeys, Wibblers. Yeah, so, look. This McCree is way better. Is this McCree OP? I don't know yet. I really don't know, but he's just better than he was. Also, unlucky there. Thank you. Oh, I've spent this a little bit too much there. Yeah, there. Hang on. Whoa, we're going way too quick. We're going way too quick. What the hell? He's better. He is Machine Gun McCree. So, is this, like are we going to see him everywhere? I don't know. I don't know. He feels fun to play, but you guys remember, I've played an absolute ton of McCree, so I do like McCree as a hero anyway. But when I'm trying to think of the meta and the way the game's going to go, if the enemy, if you're on, Junkertown, for example, and the enemy have got Orisa and Hog on the attack, and then you're on the defense and you're a McCree, is that really what you want? Maybe you still want the Hanzo instead of the McCree to burn through the barrier. Right? Is the McCree going to give you enough DPS? I don't know. I really don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. But he does do more DPS against barriers because he fires more shots. And he's McCree. So he's good against flankers, right? He's good against Tracer. He's good against Genji. Do we see a lot of Tracers and Genjis? I mean, there's a Genji on the enemy team here. You know, I guess it's just it is just a case of you've got to play against what you're against, and I don't think McCree is just an just lock McCree, play him against everything kind of pick. There's still going to be times where you might need a different hero, you might need to take something just because it's going to counter what the enemy are doing, but the fact is he is better. The fallout from this is something we're going to have to watch as time goes on, because I think right now, my honest opinion is he's good. Is he really, really good? It's going to be hard to tell, right? Because I think he is good, right? And he feels good. And I mean, on the Spitfire account, I've got I've only got my last 10 games recorded, haven't I? But I've won 8 of those. So yeah, I don't know what that tells you. Maybe he is OP. Maybe I'm just blinded by the lights of oh yeah, it's McCree and I love him. I don't know. Guys, let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Hopefully that does kind of show you what this McCree is good for. He's really strong for spamming now, like Hanzo. And it does feel like you kind of do have a permanent storm arrow in a way. It's just you have to be a bit more accurate with it. All right, guys, I've been Stylosa. This is Unit Lost. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, remember you can follow me on Twitter, which is @Stylosa. It's also @Stylosa on Instagram. And I will catch you lovely lot on the next one. Toodaloo.